Many men believe that in order to captivate a woman, they must focus on outward displays, money, looks, or charm. But what if the true secret to attraction isn't in what you show, but in what you understand? Behind every woman's smile, there are subconscious triggers, weaknesses, and emotional cues that often go unnoticed, even by the women themselves. These psychological aspects aren't about manipulating or controlling, but about gaining insight into how a woman truly feels beneath the surface. Just like men, women carry vulnerabilities and desires that shape their thoughts and actions. Yet, too many men are unaware of how to recognize these subtle cues, and in turn, miss opportunities to connect on a deeper level. In today's session, we'll uncover 10 hidden psychological triggers, feminine weaknesses, that, once understood, will transform the way you engage with women. Let's explore these powerful insights together. 1. Women obsess over men who are hard to read. A fundamental principle of human nature is that we crave what is scarce, elusive, or just beyond our grasp. This is why people covet rare diamonds, limited edition luxury cars, and exclusive opportunities. Because the harder something is to obtain, the more valuable it seems. The same psychology applies to attraction, and this is a hidden weakness most women have. They are drawn to what they cannot fully have. When a man makes himself too available, too eager, or too predictable, he unknowingly diminishes his perceived value in a woman's eyes. She may appreciate the attention, but she won't chase it. A man who is overly accommodating, always present, and constantly affirming his feelings removes any sense of challenge, and with it, the deep-rooted psychological attraction that mystery creates. This is why women are often infatuated with men who seem just out of reach, not because they enjoy being ignored, but because the subconscious mind assigns greater value to uncertainty. If a man wastes all his time trying to win a woman over too quickly, he loses himself in the process. The Blessing of Stoicism teaches that a man must remain grounded in his own life, never making someone else his sole focus. Instead of constantly reassuring a woman of his presence, a wise man maintains his independence. He has passions, pursuits, and goals beyond her. He allows her to wonder when she will see him next, to slowly uncover different layers of his personality over time. This controlled distance builds curiosity, intrigue, and ultimately, attraction. The moment a woman feels like she has completely won a man, her interest begins to fade. That's why the most attractive men, whether in ancient times or in modern Stoic practice, are those who never fully reveal themselves all at once. They remain a challenge, a puzzle that can never be entirely solved. To all the men listening, reflect on this. Are you presenting yourself as a rare treasure to be pursued, or are you handing yourself over too easily? Apply the Stoic lessons of self-discipline and restraint, and you will find that true power in relationships comes not from chasing, but from being the man she wants to chase. 2. A man with a mission is her kryptonite. A man with a mission is a woman's kryptonite. It's not his looks, wealth, or charm that captivates her. It's his unwavering sense of purpose. Women are instinctively drawn to men who are driven by something greater than themselves. A man who is deeply committed to his mission, whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or achieving a personal milestone, radiates a level of confidence, discipline, and independence that naturally commands respect and attraction. This is a fundamental truth in modern Stoicism. A man must align his life with a higher purpose, rather than seeking external validation. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The mistake most men make is placing a woman at the center of their universe, making her the mission rather than a companion on the journey. When a man becomes overly fixated on her, he loses the very essence that made him attractive in the first place. Women don't want to be the sole focus of your life. They want to admire and respect a man who is consumed by his own path, his own ambitions. A modern Stoic understands that his purpose must remain untouchable, unwavering, and non-negotiable. The moment a woman senses that a man is lost without her, she will inevitably lose respect for him. A man with a strong mission doesn't anxiously wait for her texts, doesn't drop everything just because she calls. He is steadfast in his journey, and that quiet confidence is intoxicating. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Every man must ask himself, what am I building? What am I striving for? Without a mission, you are drifting, and a drifting man is unattractive, uninspiring, and forgettable. Find your purpose, let it consume you, and the right people will be drawn into your orbit, not because you seek them, but because your fire lights up the path ahead. Now I ask you, what is your mission? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss what truly makes a man unshakable in his purpose. 3. The power of emotional certainty. Women are highly emotional creatures, but that doesn't mean they're out of control. It just means their emotions guide much of their decision-making, especially in relationships. However, beneath that emotional landscape lies a hidden truth: their need for emotional certainty. This is one of the most powerful, yet subtle vulnerabilities a man can leverage. Women, regardless of their strength, crave stability and security. They don't just seek passion or excitement. They long for the assurance that they won't be abandoned when the storms of life arise. This is where you come in. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do." Emotional certainty, the calm in the storm, is your secret weapon. A woman seeks a man who exudes composure, who remains steadfast when life gets turbulent. She's drawn to men who, regardless of external chaos, stay rooted in their own sense of peace. A man who is volatile, easily swayed by his emotions, or worse, emotionally dependent on her for validation, instantly signals weakness. This is where the roles shift. When you, as a man, require her to regulate your emotions, you have lost the very essence of masculinity. You've placed her in the dominant role, and, as any woman will tell you, that is a fast track to the end of attraction. Imagine, if you will, this simple scenario. She's upset, yet you remain calm. Life throws challenges your way, yet you face them with stoic resolve. She sees you handle the trials of life without a hint of panic or complaint. What does she feel? Security. What does she crave? Stability. What does she long for? A man who stands unshaken. And in that moment, you become the safe haven. You provide emotional certainty. You become her anchor. In the modern world, where emotions can be volatile and ever-changing, the Stoic man stands as a pillar of strength. You are the prize, and as you master your emotions and show unwavering self-control, you will see that women gravitate towards you not because of superficial attraction, but because they feel safe. A man who does not bend in the winds of life is a man who commands respect. A king never begs a queen to stay. Remember, When you embody emotional certainty, you embody Stoic power. The world will try to shake you, but you stand tall. Comment below. I control my mind. I control my destiny. And let that be the mantra of your Stoic life. 4. Women are drawn to what they can't have. Want to trigger a woman's deepest fear? Walk away like you don't need her. One of the greatest hidden weaknesses women have is their emotional reaction to loss. It's simple psychology. People value what they're afraid of losing. Most men do the exact opposite. When they sense a woman pulling away, they start chasing, begging, over-explaining, trying to fix things. But this only proves one thing, that they need her more than she needs them. And the second a woman senses that, she loses attraction. A man who can walk away without hesitation communicates ultimate confidence. He's saying without words, I am not desperate for you. I have options. My self-worth is not dependent on your validation. And that mindset drives women crazy. If she knows that you're willing to leave if she disrespects you, plays games, or pulls away, she will naturally value you more. It's not about manipulation. It's about self-respect. The rule is simple. Be willing to walk away, and you'll never have to chase. 5. The unspoken influence of a deep voice and presence. In the realm of attraction, one of the most overlooked yet profoundly powerful forces is the combination of a deep, controlled voice and an undeniable presence. These two elements are not merely superficial traits, but deeply embedded psychological triggers that shape how women perceive a man's confidence, authority, and desirability. Science backs this up. Studies indicate that men with deeper voices are often seen as more dominant, capable, and attractive. This isn't random. It's wired into human evolution. A deep voice subconsciously signals high testosterone, strength, and an innate leadership quality that women are instinctively drawn to. But the truth is, it's not just about how you sound. It's about how you exist in a room before you even open your mouth. Presence is an energy you radiate, a silent authority that makes people take notice without you demanding it. The modern Stoic understands that power isn't about being the loudest or the flashiest. It's about controlled confidence, unwavering composure, and a disciplined mind. Your presence is built through subtle but powerful habits. Standing tall with relaxed but purposeful movements, never allowing nervous energy to manifest in fidgeting or rushing, and speaking deliberately as if every word carries weight. Compare this to the opposite. A weak presence is betrayed by slouched posture, uncertain glances, hesitant speech, and restless gestures. These small cracks in your self-presentation whisper insecurity, even if you don't consciously realize it. The great Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This speaks directly to the essence of presence. Instead of overthinking how to appear confident, embody it through action, discipline, and consistency. Women, and people in general, are magnetized by a man who carries himself with certainty and self-assured poise. If you want to naturally attract, without chasing, cultivate a presence so strong that your silence speaks louder than words. A modern Stoic understands that the power of attraction lies not in frantic effort, but in the quiet mastery of self. Now, I want to hear from you. How have you seen the power of presence impact your interactions? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss. 6. Women can't resist a man who walks away. Want to trigger a woman's deepest fear? Walk away like you don't need her. Women, like all people, fear loss, and this fear can be one of their deepest emotional triggers. The principle here is that the less you seem to need, the more valuable you become. When a man walks away like he doesn't need a woman, it hits a chord in her that's difficult to ignore. It's a clear sign of strength and self-respect that goes far beyond mere attraction. The secret here is not to chase, but to stand firm in your own value, and in doing so, you will be perceived as a man of stature and integrity. Too many men, however, make the mistake of chasing when a woman pulls away. They over-explain, beg, or try to fix things, which only communicates a lack of confidence and self-reliance. When you show desperation, you signal that your happiness and self-worth are dependent on her. This is a surefire way to lose her respect and ultimately her attraction. Instead, the Stoic lesson is clear. Walk away with dignity when necessary. If a woman disrespects you or plays games, make it clear that your worth is not tied to her validation. You have options, you have boundaries, and you have a life beyond the relationship. This isn't about manipulation, but rather about setting a standard for yourself and demanding respect. A man who can walk away with grace is the type of man who naturally commands respect because he knows his value. This mindset doesn't come from weakness, but from the blessing of Stoicism, understanding that no person or situation has the power to define you. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." A man who values himself will never be afraid to walk away from anything that doesn't serve him. So, remember the rule. Be willing to walk away, and you'll never have to chase. If you agree with the above point of view, comment, "I am willing to leave." 7. Women are programmed to test your strength. Most men don't realize that women test them all the time. These tests aren't random. They are subconscious ways for women to determine if a man is truly strong. A woman might challenge your opinions to see if you stand firm. Create small conflicts just to see if you stay calm. Act disinterested to see if you get insecure. These tests aren't about being difficult. They are instinctive ways to filter out weak men. If a woman senses that a man is easily rattled, reactive, or overly emotional, she loses respect for him. The secret: never react emotionally to a woman's test. Instead, stay calm, smile, and remain unfazed. If she challenges you, respond with certainty, not defensiveness. If she pulls away, don't chase. Let her come back. A man who passes a woman's test becomes the man she can't replace. Remember, women only test men they are attracted to. If she's testing you, it's a good sign. Just don't fail. 8. Confidence in the face of rejection is irresistible. Most men crumble at the thought of rejection. But the Stoic, the man who walks through life with unshakable certainty, never fears it. He understands a fundamental truth. Rejection is not a loss. It is a test, a filter that separates the weak from the powerful. Women are drawn to the man who remains unmoved, who treats rejection as if it's nothing more than a passing breeze. Why? Because confidence in the face of rejection signals an unwavering sense of self-worth, and that is a force no woman can resist. Picture this. A man approaches a woman. She declines. He doesn't flinch. He smiles, shrugs, and says, "No worries, your loss. Have a great day." Then he walks away, his energy untouched. He does not beg. He does not chase. Because he knows he is the prize. This is where the weak and the strong part ways. A weak man fears rejection because he believes he has no other options. A Stoic man, a man of Marcus Aurelius's mindset, walks with the knowledge that his value is not determined by external approval. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not the thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. Rejection only stings if you let it. But when you train yourself to see rejection as irrelevant, you become a force that cannot be shaken. Women chase the man who does not chase approval. They sense his detachment, his power, and they are drawn to it like moths to a flame. This is the essence of Stoic life: control over your emotions, over your reactions, over your destiny. Rejection does not hurt. Attachment to approval does. So next time rejection comes your way, embrace it, laugh at it, nod, and walk away like a king who knows his throne is never in jeopardy. Because here's the truth: you've already won. Comment below. A king never begs. A king decides. 9. The paradox of controlled vulnerability. If a woman knows exactly how you feel all the time, she stops wondering. And when she stops wondering, she stops chasing. Women are weak for men who keep them guessing. This doesn't mean playing games. It means maintaining an element of mystery and unpredictability. Signs of a man who is too easy to read. Always texts back. Immediately overly expressive about his feelings too soon. Constantly seeks validation or reassurance. On the other hand, a high-value man creates attraction by being selective in what he shares, responding at his own pace, not instantly, maintaining an air of calm unpredictability. Curiosity fuels desire. If she always knows what's next, the chase is over. The man who can excite a woman's imagination is the man she can't stop thinking about. 10. A man who controls his desires, controls everything. What is the most powerful weakness women possess? It's their undeniable attraction to a man who is in full control of himself. In a world where many men are enslaved by their desires, whether it's the pursuit of women, the need for constant validation, or the overwhelming influence of lust, the true power lies in a man who remains in control of his impulses. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Most men today are led by their desires. They chase, they beg for attention, and they often let temporary pleasures dictate their actions. But the modern Stoic knows that self-mastery is the key to true power. When a man learns to control his desires, he immediately sets himself apart from the rest. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't act out of desperation. A man who is not eager to chase but chooses wisely, whose desire for intimacy is guided by reason rather than need, is the man who attracts genuine admiration. In fact, the wise man is not someone who seeks pleasure, but someone who knows when to let go of it. This kind of discipline, where one does not surrender to fleeting urges, is incredibly powerful and magnetic. When a man upholds high standards and is firm in his values, he becomes irresistible. His sense of self-respect radiates, and women are subconsciously drawn to his quiet strength and purpose. The truth is simple. The moment a man stops chasing, that's when women begin to chase him. This isn't about playing games or using tricks to manipulate emotions. This is about understanding human psychology and mastering the art of self-control. When you stop seeking constant validation and start focusing on your mission, you become the kind of man who is truly valuable. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Your actions will speak louder than any words or manipulative techniques. women are attracted to men who are not only strong in their physical presence, but also in their emotional and psychological fortitude. A modern Stoic understands that real strength comes from being able to walk away when necessary, to say no when temptation arises, and to maintain a purpose-driven life. This kind of man is self-disciplined, prioritizing his goals and purpose over momentary pleasures. He's not distracted by the whims of the world. Instead, he aligns himself with a deeper sense of purpose that fuels his actions every day. It's not about being detached from women. It's about being so centered in who you are and what you want from life that everything else falls into place naturally. This principle of self-control and understanding applies not only in dating, but in all aspects of life. The modern Stoic knows that true success in relationships, work, and personal life comes when you master your desires and emotions. It's about embracing discomfort and having the strength to endure when things get tough, knowing that what you endure will make you stronger and more attractive in the long run. When you embody these principles, strength, purpose, and self-respect, women will not just want you, they will feel a deep, almost instinctual need for you in their lives. It's not the tricks you play that will win their hearts, but your unwavering commitment to your own self-mastery. When you stand firm, knowing your worth and your direction in life, others, especially women, will be naturally drawn to you. So, I encourage you to take a step back and reflect on your own desires. Are you being controlled by them, or are you the one in control? How can you apply Stoic principles like discipline and purpose to your daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about how we can all become men who control not just our desires, but everything else that life throws at us. If this video gave you something valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with others who need to hear this, and subscribe for more wisdom on mastering life and relationships. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. At the end of the day, understanding a woman's hidden weaknesses isn't about manipulation. It's about awareness. A man who sees beyond words and recognizes the subtle cues of insecurity, need for validation, or emotional shifts holds a powerful advantage, not to exploit, but to navigate relationships with clarity, confidence, and strength. The modern Stoic doesn't react impulsively. He observes, understands, and responds with wisdom. What do you think about today's topic? Do you agree? Or do you have a different perspective? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all and would love to hear your take. Stay strong, stay sharp, and as always, keep growing. I'll see you in the next one.